Hi, I'm Steve Fine, the CMAC Chair Emeritus, and this is my wife Rosita. We're here for the Fete, and we're looking forward, and we want to welcome you. So have a great time. Cheers.
Salud.
Hello, New England. I'm Michael Oso, CEO of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. And I just want to thank you for being with us today, especially in the midst of so much going on in our world. I'm sure you know that COVID-19 has posed additional challenges for our IBD population. And we have seen increased demand for our education and support programs. And I am so proud of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation for stepping up and meeting that demand. But as you know, we are not immune to the challenges that exist for all nonprofit organizations right now. But we are undaunted. We remain focused and energized towards our mission to find cures for these diseases and to help the millions of patients all across the United States. So I know we can't be together in person today, but technology is allowing us to join together to raise awareness and raise critical funds for this mission. And we couldn't do any of that without your support. So I want to thank you for the impact that you are having on our mission and helping IBD patients everywhere.
Hey, a shout out to Elizabeth, Jeff, and the committee for a wonderful job, and hats off to you all.
On behalf of the entire Karras family, I want to congratulate this year's honoree, Ellen Kalmus, and say how proud we are to be involved in the Fete. We always have been, always want to be, and always will be. Thank you very, very much.
Congratulations
To all the Orgles for all that they do for Crohn's and colitis. To Elizabeth, Rob, Caroline, Aaron, and Andrew. You are all amazing people, and we love you.
We love you.
I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved with Crohn's and Colitis Foundation over the past 10 years that I've been a part of this organization. People have been a huge help, and it's events like tonight, the Fete Reimagined, that make this such a successful organization and one that I want to be a part of for a long time coming.
Joni has meant so much to all of us who have cared for patients with IBD. Thank you very much to Joni and her family and the chapter and my colleagues for being honored.
We are so grateful for our chapter medical advisory committee and all our healthcare heroes in New England. They do so much for the IBD community, especially in these uncertain times.
I'd like to congratulate the honorees, Ellen Kalmus and the fabulous healthcare providers. Thank you so much for all that you do out there. And to my son, your strength and your determination inspire me every day. This is why we continue to fight until there is a world free of IBD. Have a great evening.
I'm very grateful for my wife, Robin. Without a doubt, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her endless support and love. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you to a fabulous Fete committee for getting us here tonight and all the hard work that you've done.
And thank you to everyone who's working so hard for a cure.
Cheers to a great evening.
Hi, I'm Jeff Middleman, Board President of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation New England Chapter. I have Crohn's disease and my daughter Michaela was diagnosed right before her 6th birthday. My wife Pam and I would like to thank the honorees, the Fete Committee, the New England Board, the amazing staff of our tireless chapter, and all of our supporters out there tonight who made the Fete Reimagined possible.
To my friends and family, it's a big giant hug and a big giant thank you. There is not a time that I could do anything that I do without the support, most importantly, of my husband Richard, who hates being on video, and my kids. I also couldn't do this without the incredible network of friends that we have, who also have these wonderful, huge hearts and wonderful, huge desires to give back.
What a joy and a delight
to gather together tonight as best we can and honor a remarkable woman and support the critical work of Crohn's and colitis. Ellen, you lead with distinction. From the first moment I ever heard you speak, I knew that you were a stellar, memorable, impactful, inspiring human being. I think of Joni and Ted with enormous love and respect. They did, in fact, impact every one of us in the most memorable ways. And you, my dear, light the way for the next generations and honor their legacy as you build your own. It is a joy, a lavai for many, many years to come. Congratulations.
I could not be more proud of my mother. She is amazing.
She constantly puts the attention off of herself and onto the work that's being done.
That's quite a woman that we have as a cousin. That's quite a woman that you're honoring tonight.
Ellen, thank you. I love you for doing it. I think it's terrific.
Really and truly, thank you to the organization. And I know that my mom is very honored that all these people joined to be a part of it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ian O'Share. Thank you guys for supporting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. This is a cause that's super, super close to my heart, with family members who have Crohn's. But let's have some fun tonight, y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming out, and yeah.
I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. I wake up and say good morning. Then I hit my knees. Prayers up above, thanks for blessing me. Today's a good day, that's my guarantee. Good morning. I wake up and say good morning to my family. No longer living in agony, cause I got a solution for my malady, and I'm on it. The sun's shining, so much we can do. The sky is powder blue, and I'm feeling brand new. And it's good timing, cause I'm craving the beach. Top down in a Jeep, filled with my homie. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. And I won't be conforming to what you want from me. Never quite fit in society. Thank God for easing my anxiety. Now I'm glowing. Spend my time recording these poems that I write. Never truly satisfy my appetite. I'ma keep working till I'm way up high and soaring. The sun's shining, so much we can do. The sky is powder blue, and I'm feeling brand new. And it's good timing, cause I'm craving the beach. Top down in a Jeep, filled with my homie. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. Grateful for everything put on my path, both the love and the strife. Faithful to something I can't even grasp, for all of this life. So I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh, oh. I wake up and say good morning. Oh, oh,
Hi there, everybody. I'm Ben Simoneau from WCVB in Boston, and we have a jam-packed program for you tonight at the Fete for Crohn's and Colitis Reimagined. Thank you for tuning in as we work toward finding better treatments and cures for these diseases, collectively known as inflammatory bowel diseases, or IBD. This event's just one of the things we've had to reimagine in this crazy year called 2020. Speaking of crazy, IBD patients are no strangers to hearing people make the strangest comments about their disease. So to kick us off in true David Letterman style is a special guest you know well, former New England Patriot and Crohn's disease patient, Matt Light. Matt, take it away.
Hi everybody, it's great to be with you tonight for this incredible event, and to help us kick it off, here are some of the crazy comments that people say to IBD patients about their disease. Number one, what's with all the rolls of toilet paper in your car? Is it because of the pandemic? Number two, ooh, this bathroom is gross. Can't you just hold it? Number three, I know what it's like to have IBD. I had food poisoning once. Number four, you're like Google Maps. You've memorized where all the public restrooms are here in Boston. Yeah, right. Well, listen, we have a few more comments from others. Check them out here.
Is IBD contagious? No.
I'm so jealous you lost 30 pounds in 2 weeks. What's there to complain about?
Oh my god, my cousin's boyfriend's sister's coworker has Crohn's. Do you know them?
IBD. Oh, I had that once.
After ostomy surgery, does everything else below the belt still work? Well, after over 20 years of living with an ostomy, I can say for certain that everything down there works just fine.
All right, look, we can laugh at all these things. They are funny, but it is a brutal disease. What we have is difficult to deal with, and it's hard for other people to understand. But remember, if you have IBD, you are a superhero. I mean, I'm here in Ohio taking down barns, right? That's what superheroes do. We are awesome people. And listen, I'm looking forward to spending more time with you guys here this evening as we fund our critical mission. But for now, let's send it back to Ben.
Thanks, Matt. That was awesome. And it was great to hear from some of our New England young professionals and future leaders. We thank you for helping spread awareness through humor. A huge thank you as well to the Fete Committee, who's worked incredibly hard to put together an exciting show for us tonight. And of course, our New England chapter board members. We are thrilled to honor our 2020 honorees, the New England Chapter Medical Advisory Committee and Ellen Kalmus. They are all remarkable leaders who have made an impact on the Crohn's and colitis community. And we want to hear from you in the comments section. Who are you here supporting and how are you watching? We may not be together, but we can support each other tonight. And by the way, how about those party boxes from Max Ultimate Food? I've got mine right here. Cheers. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has played a role in every major breakthrough in IBD research, investing more than $384 million since its inception. The foundation is leveraging years of research investments through the genetics and microbiome initiatives and new areas of research by looking at how diet and stress affect our patients. Due to the pandemic, there's been an overwhelming demand to support IBD patients, and the foundation strives to be a go-to resource. Speaking of, we have a special message from those on the front lines right here in New England.
Hi, I'm Corey Siegel from the Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center. And do you know what this is? It's not a time machine. It's not a new Peloton torture device. It's a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Now, why am I showing you a hyperbaric oxygen chamber related to Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation? Well, a few colleagues of mine a couple years ago, Dr. Jay Bucky, a NASA astronaut who works with me at Dartmouth, and Dr. Parambir Dulai hypothesized that hyperbaric oxygen might help patients with ulcerative colitis. What is hyperbaric oxygen? It's 100% oxygen given at higher atmospheric pressure, and it's known to decrease inflammation. So the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation took a chance on us. They gave us funding to try a project with sick patients in the hospital, not just here, but all over the country. We tried it for a few months and studied and watched these patients, and guess what? It worked. Patients got better, they got out of the hospital without surgery, And now this has generated worldwide interest in this, and we're doing further research to see if this can help other patients with inflammatory bowel disease. Thanks to you at the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and to generous funding from all of you, we're able to do this work and other work like this. So thank you again for your help.
Oh, hi there. I'm Jessica Allegretti. I'm the director of the Fecal Microbiota Transplant Program at Brigham and Women's Hospital. For those of you who don't know what fecal microbiota transplantation, or FMT, is, it is the installation of healthy donor stool into a patient's GI tract to treat a certain disease. Most commonly, it's used for C. diff infection, which is a bacterial infection that disproportionately affects our patients with IBD. Thanks to donations like yours at home, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation funded our prospective trial, which actually is the largest prospective trial to date, looking at the use of FMT for the treatment of C. diff in patients with IBD. We were able to show not only better C. diff cure rates using FMT in this patient population, but we also saw improved IBD outcomes as well. Your donations tonight make progress like this possible.
Where would I possibly be going dressed up like this? The most welcoming, fun, and happiest place on earth, Camp Oasis. And while I might not have been able to wear this to Camp Carnival Night this summer, tonight we're bringing the magic of camp to you. Camp Oasis is a life-changing experience for kids living with IBD, ages 7 to 17. I've worked at camp for the past 15 summers, and it's the most professionally joyful week of my year. It provides a safe space for children to meet with others who understand what living with IBD is like. There's swimming, yoga, archery, rock climbing, arts and crafts, everything you expect to see at camp. The only difference is that all of the campers and even the counselors have Crohn's or colitis. This year, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, mutual aid connections and peer support resources are more important than ever. I've seen firsthand the tremendous impact that the Foundation's support programming has had on patients and caregivers alike, in a time when being lifted up and connected is crucial to emotional well-being. Your donations tonight make programs like this possible.
And that is exactly how you are making a difference with your donations tonight. And don't forget, we have incredible raffle items as well. You have a 1 in 100 chance of winning a Peloton bike, a catered in-home dinner experience for 10, or a Vermont weekend getaway for 6. Those chances are 1 for $100, 3 for $200, or 8 for $500. We also have an incredible silent auction, and you can bid right from your phone. Check out our Boston staycation at the luxurious 15 Beacon Hotel, beautiful jewelry, a curated wine collection from the Fete Committee, art to amaze, and so much more. If you aren't already signed up, you can text FET 2020 to 243725 to register and bid. If at any point you need assistance, you can contact 781-898-8091. We'll be live on the line to help you. We want to take a moment to thank our incredible sponsors for their continued generosity and support during these challenging times. We thank you to our platinum sponsors, Planet Fitness and Karas Glass. Our gold sponsors, AbbVie, Takeda, and Pierce Aluminum. Our silver sponsors, Holland and Knight LLC. Our bronze sponsors, Tito's Handmade Vodka and Janssen. We thank you for your incredible support of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation and for standing by us during these very challenging times. We now have a special message from the Fete Committee to bring some more humor to your night, remembering back to when they were diagnosed.
I have had Crohn's disease longer than I have been married, and I was married over 55 years ago.
When I was diagnosed, it was 20 years before the Red Sox reversed the curse. Go Sox.
When I was first diagnosed, dinosaurs still roamed the earth.
When my daughter Julie was diagnosed with Crohn's disease at the age of 10, she was still wearing butterfly clips and body glitter the first time they were in style.
When I was diagnosed, Tom Brady wasn't the quarterback. Steve Grogan and Tony Eason were the quarterbacks. Unfortunately, I still didn't have hair back then.
When I was finally diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I was in my 30s and I had just seen my 155th Grateful Dead show.
When I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, I had a full head of hair and it was all brown and there was no such things as cell phones.
I never made it home for Thanksgiving my freshman year at the University of Michigan because I was in the hospital with a perforated bowel. But I did get to see the Wolverines beat Ohio State that year in the Big House, which was awesome.
So the first time I was diagnosed, I was 10 years old. And the second time I was diagnosed, I had just started dating a new guy. It was about a month into the relationship, and he is now my husband.
When I was diagnosed, the Beatles were still alive, and they told me the Rolling Stones were dead.
When my dad was diagnosed, he was just as cool as ever, but his hair was a little bit longer and his shorts were a whole lot shorter.
Even though much of the country closed down this year, the battle against Crohn's and colitis did not. Infusion centers did not close, patient care did not stop, and the healthcare providers were there in the toughest of times for the 3.1 million Americans with IBD and the 130,000 patients right here in New England. In celebration of those making a difference, we're pleased to announce our 2020 Humanitarians of the Year, the extraordinary healthcare community in New England, led by the chapter's Medical Advisory Committee.
Here in New England, we have an amazing group of IBD healthcare providers who serve on the Foundation's Chapter Medical Advisory Committee. This group has grown substantially since it began in the 1970s, with just a few members to our current committee of almost 50. We are diverse in our geographic and institutional representation, but share a common commitment to our IBD community through patient education and support, professional outreach, and of course, advocacy. Access to credible information has never been more important than during the pandemic. And so we have continued to develop programs to address topics including treatment options, nutrition, mental health, and others that affect our patients and the larger medical community throughout this difficult time. As chair of this committee, I'm honored to work with these amazing individuals every day, and I'm eager to showcase our ongoing collaborations.
My infusion nurse does so much to make sure that I'm comfortable and feel safe when I go to get my infusions. She has tons of toys and is great at distracting me and making sure that I'm not scared. She is so kind and such a great nurse. It's hard to look forward to getting infusions, but I always look forward to seeing her.
My healthcare providers are outstanding. They're on the cutting edge, they're so responsive, and they always have some pretty cool tricks up their sleeves to make me feel better.
When I was in Maine at the hospital, I couldn't watch the Oscars with my family, so my nurses rolled out the red carpet for me and we all watched the Oscars together.
I love that my mom can always get in touch with my doctors and nurses, so in case there's a question, we don't have to go to the emergency room.
As a parent, the thing I love the most is that they treat him truly as an individual and they care about him, and I feel that they know him as a person and he's not just a random patient.
Crohn's doesn't go away with COVID. Colitis doesn't go away with COVID. If anything, people who are suffering through those conditions right now, they're going through a harder time than usual.
So my GI doc and my pediatrician on the hospital floor are married, so to cheer me up, they knew how much I loved Harry Potter, so they gave me the wand that they got on vacation.
My doctors make me feel safe about my IBD and let me know I don't need to worry.
Thank you for always being there for me and helping me through having IBD.
I've been hospitalized a lot, but the amazing care I've received has actually motivated me to want to go into medicine and to become a gastroenterologist.
I am truly grateful to our healthcare team for making what is a very challenging situation in our family so much more manageable.
Congratulations to the CMAC committee. You guys are awesome. Without you, we'd be nowhere, and thank you for all you do.
I want to say to our Chapter Medical Advisory Committee and our healthcare heroes, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful that you have our backs and that you've stayed with us through these really scary times.
A tremendous thank you to all of our healthcare heroes who have made a difference to support IBD patients during these very uncertain times.
As chairs of the 2020 Fete, we thank you for joining us tonight for the Fete Reimagined. We are honored to introduce the 2020 Woman of the Year. Ellen Kalmus began her involvement with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation as a teenager.
Her parents were part of the 4 families who founded our New England chapter and elevated gastrointestinal diseases to the forefront of research needs. It's our honor to recognize Ellen Kalmus as the 2020 Woman of the Year.
Crohn's has been part of my family since I was little, when my brother Joel was diagnosed. When a kid gets sick, that trumps everything. And it was the motivation for my parents becoming so involved with the other families and starting the chapter. It's a really important part of who we've been.
Indirectly, I've known Ellen my entire life because my parents and her parents were the founders of the CCFA, originally known as NFIC. So I have always known her through the work of our families, and we have worked closely together, so I guess forever.
Ellen is a remarkable woman. She is a businesswoman. She is a wife. She's a mother of 4 children. She's the philanthropist, and she's a compassionate person.
Ellen Kalmus has just been a dynamic person. I would describe her as someone who looks out for others more than she looks out for herself.
I would describe my mother as a powerhouse. There's nothing that she doesn't do 100%.
Very driven, and especially her love of family. Always, from being a kid right up through today.
She's very much so like her grandmother, in which they don't want the attention, they don't see themselves as honorees, but they're people that really want to get others involved.
She wants to show her kids that these are very meaningful things, and these are things that we should also aim to participate in when we're older. And part of the reason I think that she enjoys doing this is that she can say, here's an example I'm setting for my children, like the example that my parents set for me.
I want to tell Ellen how grateful I am and how proud of her I am for carrying on our family's involvement and my parents' legacy in the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
I see Ellen's mother in Ellen, and her mother, Joan, was incredibly important to me when I had to make some very serious health decisions when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Ellen has warmth and love and compassion, and she means a great deal to me because her parents were very involved in giving me hope.
Ellen stepping up and carrying on in their footsteps is just a beautiful thing to do, and a beautiful thing for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation to recognize her involvement in the community, her involvement in so many worthy organizations.
I can't think of a more deserving woman for this award. She's a woman who volunteers on behalf of her brother, her children, and everybody else who's affected by this disease, and I'm just so proud to know her.
My big message is thank you. Thank you for joining me, for being part of it, for supporting me, for caring. We do a lot together, and together we do a lot better.
Congratulations, Ellen. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations, Mom. We love you.
Thank you, Ellen, for your selfless contributions to the IBD community. What a legacy your family has left on the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Good evening. I'm Dick Grand. It is my pleasure to introduce the Joan Cutler Lifetime Achievement Award, created in 2011 to honor the foresight and determination that Joan lavished on the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and to celebrate and remember her contributions that brought the chapter to where it is today. Joan and Ted Cutler were essential members of the group of 4 families who founded the New England chapter. In characteristic fashion, Ted was delighted when the chapter wanted to start an award in Joni's name. The first award was given to the founding physician chairs of the Chapter Medical Advisory Committee. As one of those, I am honored now to recognize the 11 subsequent chairs, Drs. Athos Boussaros, Adam Chaffetz, Frank Ferre, Stephen Fine, Sonia Friedman, Matthew Hamilton, Leslie Higuchi, Frederick McCrower, Bruce Sands, Samir Shah, and Harlan Winter. Thank you all for your bold leadership and tireless efforts to make a difference in the lives of IBD patients.
And another inspirational story you won't forget. Meet chef and owner of the fabulous and award-winning restaurant Mita in Boston, Douglas Williams.
Mita is a 3.5-year-old restaurant on the corner of Tremont and Mass Ave. We are Italian cuisine. I love this neighborhood, and we've been able to bring this neighborhood together with a community, with partnerships, and it's something that we're very proud of. My curiosity with food began when I was born. My mother was Syrian Lebanese, always cooked in the home. My father was a chef. When I was first diagnosed with Crohn's, I immediately said, wow, I can't run track. And that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, was to be an athlete. And then immediately said, well, maybe I should cook. And I decided to go on this path. The biggest challenge I faced with Crohn's during cooking was probably school. I was already uncomfortable with being who I was as a professional or coming into my own, let alone having the hindrance of not being able to eat the things that I was assigned or wanted to eat. Putting trash cans next to my station to chew up food and to spit it out and to go on to the next thing. And that's how I had to make it through, to taste the saltiness, to taste the sweetness. What I realized is that it's not just about my digestive health. It's not just about the Crohn's and my restrictions, but it's about my mental and overall well-being. It allowed me to relieve my stress, to realize that there was opportunity, and to realize that I had the whole world at my feet and all I had to do was dive in it. My IBD journey included a surgery when I was 16 to remove my ileum and my intestines. It was such a humbling experience, and so formative for my life now. It makes me appreciate my body. It makes me appreciate my health. My feeling when I discovered the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation was a sense of epiphany, realizing that there was this whole world of support out there for me. It provides clarity, it provides encouragement, it provides support for folks like myself. We still don't know what the future holds. We still need research. I want to be a part, and I think if we all can be a family and support this foundation, maybe we can rid this world of Crohn's and colitis. To a child just diagnosed with Crohn's, my first advice would be determined, be unapologetic, and be fearless. Your disease does not stop you from achieving your dreams.
My hope is someday no child will have to spend their Halloween, Thanksgiving, and birthday alone in the hospital because of Crohn's or colitis.
Kids like me won't have to feel like there are rocks inside of their stomach.
Kids won't have to be stuck with needles 12 times in one night just to get a blood transfusion.
My hope is that someday the millions of families affected every day are not stuck with the decision to decide between surgery or hospitalizations.
They'll find a cure so that no other kid will have to go through what I went through and the scary hospital experience.
My hope is someday my daughter Grace won't have to take powerful infusion drugs and she'll still be pain-free all day.
Someday when we all come together for Fete, we don't need to raise money for cures because we're celebrating the cures that we have found.
My hope is someday no parent will have to be by their child's side at the hospital as they face emergency surgery.
My hope is someday no one has to have a shot every week just to manage their disease.
I hope that someday being diagnosed with Crohn's disease as a child doesn't mean that you lose your entire childhood.
My hope is that someday IBD sufferers and their caregivers can live an emotionally and physically pain-free existence.
My hope is that someday no mother has to carry the scar of watching her son and fear in his eyes when he's carried away to a procedure room.
So my hope, my dream, is that one day people who suffer from Crohn's and colitis, like myself, can wake up in the morning knowing they're going to feel good that day.
That my daughter Julie and others like her can reminisce about Crohn's and colitis as a disease of the past.
My hope is someday for a cure for my brother Andrew.
And my hope someday is a cure for my brother Aaron.
Well, the thing that I hope someday is, well, a cure for IBD.
My hope is that someday no one has to go through the physical, mental, and emotional toll of ulcerative colitis and Crohn's.
My hope is that someday no one will have to feel alone when they have IBD.
I hope one day no child, no young adult no medium adult, no older adult ever has to go through some of the things that we've all had to go through. I really hope and pray for a cure.
You have the opportunity to invest directly in the mission of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation and to make a difference in the lives of patients. And I'm thrilled to turn it back over to our friend Matt Light to get things started. Matt?
Well, thank you, Ben. What an incredible night. And we have a lot of work to do. This is the Fund in Need, and we have a goal of raising $150,000 in addition to what's already been raised. So people, it is game time. Check out your cell phones. Everybody grab your cell phone, look at it. You should have received a text. If you didn't, please text FETE to 2020. FETE 2020. That's FETE 2020. And text 243-725. As you donate, your name will appear on the screen and the thermometer will rise towards our goal. We're going to start off tonight's Fund in Need at the $25,000 level. And to kick us off, I just found out that we have two incredible donors at that level at $25,000. I want to say thank you, a huge thank you for kicking off tonight's Fund in Need to Jeffrey Schechter and Tina Hoffman. Jeffrey, Tina, thank you so much for this incredible donation. We are one step closer to that cure. And by the way, I know I'm the ugliest person on this broadcast. I have to tell you, in watching everything so far, you people are amazing and you are superheroes. I've suffered from Crohn's. I know what it's like. I know how difficult it can be, but the work that's being done is incredible. And your donations fund world-renowned research. Over $30 million annually goes towards creating a cure. And that's what this research money will do. It will find a cure. There will be a breakthrough in IBD. And they're using artificial intelligence. How incredible is that? To discover genetic signatures that may predict a diagnosis, whether a child will have to go through complications and how they will respond to their treatment. These are incredible things. So $25,000. Thank you again to Jeffrey and Tina. We are going to hold for 1 minute. If you have the chance, go onto your cell phones, text in your bid. As you bid, your name will go ahead and appear on the screen. You'll see that thermometer continue to rise. And we want to thank you all so much for your continued support. As we take a little break here, I want you to think about our next level. We're going to jump down to $10,000. $10,000. And to kick us off, I just found out David and Nina Fialco. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for your continued support. $10,000. We have $10,000 that can help 10 children living with Crohn's or colitis attend Camp Oasis. And I know you know so much about Camp Oasis. You hear from the kids that attend it. It is life-changing. It gives them a place to go where people know them. And that's really important, really, really important. I know I've been there. There's difficult times, but when you're surrounded with people who understand what you're going through, it is life-changing. And this year, the foundation brought together over 1,300 kids for a virtual camp experience with a whole lot of fun and a lot of activities. So thank you so much. Remember, grab that phone, or maybe grab a drink, raise that glass, and toast all of those people who you will be impacting with your generous donations tonight. We have a $25,000. We have a $10,000. We are now going to jump down to the $5,000 level. At the $5,000 level, I think we have one coming in. Let's watch that thermometer continue to rise. Make sure you grab these phones, dial in, your name will come up. But at the $5,000 level, we have a lead donation from RBC Wealth Management and the Gill family. Thank you so much for your generous donation. That's absolutely incredible. Who else will join us at the $5,000 level? Maybe you? I see you. I can come over there. I can help you. We can make this happen. Text it on your phone. Oh, $10,000 level, Lauren and Mark Rubin. That is absolutely incredible. Lauren, Mark, thank you so much. And as we continue, we're going to go to the $5,000 level. This year, the foundation created resources in response to the COVID-19. These resources included a guidance center for patients, educational webcasts and programs, emotional support services, and calls to the IBD Help Center increased by 500% at the start of the pandemic. These are the resources that you are making possible. So we have our levels. We've gone from 25 to 10,000 to 5,000. We appreciate your support. We see that needle continue to rise. Remember, we're trying to go for 150,000. We're not even at halftime yet. We have a lot of work to do, and we have a cure that we're chasing. And with your help, and maybe a glass, remember, we are at home, drink responsibly, but you are allowed to drink, and you can have a little fun with this. Maybe text your friend. Do that little phone a friend thing where you ask them to maybe jump in and get involved. Thank you all so much. At this time, we're going to jump down to our $2,500 level, $2,500. Who's got it? Who's going to text us right now? And remember, you can go on. It's really simple. 243-725, FETE, F-E-T-E 2020, if you haven't already gotten it. And you know, we hear a lot about gut bacteria and the microbiome. Well, the foundation is now funding a partnership with Vendana Biosciences right here in Boston. They're developing a live bacterial cocktail to treat IBD and restore microbiome imbalances. This could lead to a whole new class of medicine. I have to say that a microbiome cocktail doesn't sound pleasing, but I have a feeling it's cutting edge and it could get us one step closer to a cure. So keep working hard. To all of the doctors, all the scientists, all the people that are working hard on our behalf, thank you so much. And thanks to Pam and Jeff Middleman, $2,500 donation. Thank you so much. Our needles continuing to go up. We want to thank Rebecca Sivitz and Sean Jakowski, I believe. And we are now well on our way. We're working our way down these levels. This fund and need is such a critical part in tonight's success. And we want to ask you guys to maybe, just maybe, consider the $1,000 level. For $1,000, you can do a lot for the foundation in funding a research team working on a wearable bracelet that can monitor sweat for biomarkers that could signal that a flare-up is coming. And for all of us that suffer, we know what those flare-ups are like. And they are unpredictable at this point. I know every time I think I'm going to get through something and I'm not going to have a problem, guess what? My friend shows up, and it's okay because I know I have faith in the team and the people that are working hard. You are helping make that possible. Thank you so much. You know, the warning gives your doctor a chance to intervene early. With technology like this, your doctors can step in when things get tough, and that's really important. Your support will help fund these creative solutions to this disease. We have Robin and Andy Davis at $5,000. Thank you so much to Robin and Andy. That's $5,000. That's a whole lot closer to our goal. Our needle is going up. I'm having fun. I think we're almost at the halfway point. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the energy. How about $500? $500 could fund local education and support programs such as the Foundation's Power of Two. This is peer-to-peer support to help patients, caregivers, and their families get the resources that they need. This year, this has been more important than ever. $500 at this level. Text it right now. Continue to see this needle rise. Here we go. Jim and Colleen Polk, $2,500. Thank you so much. Ellen and Richard Kalmus, $1,000. Thank you. Nina Huber, $5,000. Watch that needle go up. Come on. Let's get that thermometer rising. This is the one time where when the thermometer rises, it's not a bad thing. This is a good thing. We want that temperature to keep going up. We want to see our goal of 150,000 tonight, and we want to make a huge impact. $250. Who's got it? $250. A gift of $250 could fund 3 months of transitional or translation services at the Foundation's IBD Help Center so all patients have access to the resources that they need. $250. You may not think that's much, but we can have a whole lot of people support us with $250, and that will make this needle rise. That will make a huge impact. It means a lot. Every dollar counts. $250 level. We have it right here. Bob Parente, $1,000. Elizabeth and Rob Orgel, $2,000. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Oh, we have Ellen Razika, $1,000. Thank you, Ellen. And here we go. We're going to continue going. It's now time for the $100 level. $100. This is our last level. And remember, we have a very big goal to reach. And this goal will help immensely in our fight against Crohn's and colitis. $100. Who can help us out at $100? Awkward pause. I thought I'd try it. Awkward pause. A little stare into the camera. Maybe one more glass. Can we raise a toast at the $100 level? We're having fun. We're getting after it. This is the most athletic thing I've done in years. Wait, we are almost at 800. We're almost at 800,000 and our goal is 900. That's for the entire event. Oh my goodness. That's not a typo, I don't think. I know that we have a lofty goal with this funding need, and I know there's been a lot of support well in advance of the funding need. And if this is correct, that means 800,000 is in the bank, and we are close to hitting the $900,000 mark. And remember how much this research means to the fight. And that's where this money goes, along with Camp Oasis and the services for all of these people that really need it, especially today. $100 level, you can support the IBD community. Every dollar makes a huge impact. And we're about there. My time is almost up. I'm going to turn it back over to you guys here in 1 second. I'm checking in with the team. Team, we're still at that $800,000 to $900,000 level. I feel like it's been an incredible night. And remember, you can keep donating. You can keep bidding. And thank you for your generous support. It means so much. You guys are all amazing. And now I'm going to send it back to you, Ben. It's all yours.
Wow, that was remarkable. It has truly been a memorable evening. We thank you all for creating a better world for your loved ones and all IBD patients. And congratulations again to our incredible honorees tonight. Don't forget, the auction will be open until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so keep bidding. There's plenty of time. And don't leave us just yet. Stay for the post-show. Ian Osher will be performing. We thank you again for your support tonight to bring us closer to better treatments and cures for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. We hope you have a great evening, and thanks again for joining us.
Holland and Knight is pleased to support the New England chapter of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Best wishes tonight, and thank you for funding research, improving patient care, and providing support to the local IBD community.
Hey everyone, Takeda's delighted to be able to share this special moment with you. With over a 25-year history of working in gastroenterology, we're honored to be part of advances that have been made in this therapeutic area. But we're also well aware that much work still remains to be done. And that's because behind every unmet medical need, there's really a person in need. So we're privileged to be with you today to support the vision that Takeda shares with you. And that's making a meaningful difference in the lives of patients that are living with digestive diseases. So thank you for letting us be a part of this wonderful event. But more importantly, thank you for all of your continued commitment to saving and transforming lives.
Good evening, everybody. AbbVie is a proud supporter of Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Here at AbbVie, we put the patient at the center of everything that we do. In fact, we call the patient our North Star. At AbbVie, as an organization, we are committed to finding better treatments for the often debilitating Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. So on behalf of AbbVie, we are so excited and happy to be a part of this amazing organization. Take care.
Hi folks, my name's Nick and I'm the event coordinator here in Massachusetts for Tito's Handmade Vodka.
I just want to say on behalf of all of Team Tito's how happy we are to be supporting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation's work here in New England. We hope you enjoy your event with your favorite Tito's handmade cocktail. Cheers.
Planet Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We are thrilled to be a part of this event, which is raising critical funds we so desperately need to find cures for those afflicted with IBD.
Hair down, flawless, dark brown, you look gorgeous. Tell you ask me if I'm honest, cause you're modest, sorta self-conscious. Skin tone, perfect, kiss you return it. It's what's inside that makes you worth it. You earned it, you deserve it. You were sun-kissed in Hawaii. Say you like guys that look like me. Well, you look good in those Nikes. So can I be real with you? Can I be real with you? Can I be real with you? Can I be real with you?
We want to end tonight by saying thank you to our incredible Fete committee, chairs, our honorees, and to all of our supporters out there tonight. You made this show possible. A very special thank you to Element Productions for helping us create this Fete Reimagined, to Trevor McKinnon, High Output, and all of our vendors and sponsors. Ellen Kalmus, our honoree, said it best earlier tonight. We do a lot together, but together we do a whole lot better. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, you look good in those Nikes. So can I be real with you? 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 Ooh. Girl, I don't know you yet, and I don't fall a lot, but you got it, I can tell, oh, I can tell. My last girl left me scarred. Since then my heart's been locked, but I wanna treat you well, oh treat you well. You were sun-kissed in Hawaii. Say you like guys that look like me. Well, you look good in those Nikes. So can I be real with you? Can I be real with you?